Hi, guys. Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventure Podcast. Just a heads up, the recording that we started for this podcast started a little late, so we're kind of jumping in right into the conversation when it starts. So sorry about that. Blame producer Ben. Just kidding, but seriously. All right, guys, enjoy the show.
Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures Podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between.
Uber, okay. So you're on both platforms. How long have you been driving?
I started May 1st.
Of this year?
Last year.
Oh, I'm a dumbass. There you go.
Way, that's a sign.
Hey, Jason, what's the date today?
Hey-o.
May 3rd?
Anyways.
That would have been right if it was May 3rd. Okay, so you drive for both Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
Well, what are your ratings for both those if you know them?
They're both like 4.92.
9.2, okay.
So
All right,
I had
cool.
I had a perfect 5 for Lyft, and then somebody marked me down because I pulled up on the other side of the street.
Oh, they had to
How
walk?
dare you?
They had to walk across the street, so they marked me down. So that happened in like the last 2 weeks.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Well, that was probably St. Patrick's Day, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
So,
What is the best part about driving besides the money? Like, obviously you drive for the money, but
I really enjoy talking to the people.
yeah,
like,
you do meet a lot of good
You meet
people.
a lot of people. You get to hear a lot of different stories, different walks of life. I mean, I've picked up people that didn't have a lot of money, and I've picked up some people from East Grand Rapids that owned corporations and ran, political parties. And so just a wide spectrum of people.
So that's your best part other than the money?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I mean, and it's super flexible.
Yeah. No, that to me, that is the best part. I love it. People that still don't get it, like even after all these years, they're like, you just turn it on when you want? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand the gig economy. Everyone's like, that's so great. I'm like, I mean, it is and isn't. It's not like they just give you money for sitting at home. You
Right.
still got to go out and work. But yeah, if your kid gets sick or you got to run an errand or whatever, it's perfect. So Raya, the last 2 weeks, what do we got going on? I don't have a damn thing down there.
It was a quiet weekend. I drove last weekend. I drove probably, 12 hours, something like that.
12 hours?
Over Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Maybe not quite that much. It couldn't be that much because I only drove 4.5 hours on Friday. So maybe it was more like 10. I don't know. But it was pretty decent. I made pretty normal of what I do in a good weekend. So that was pretty good. I don't have a lot of things to say. Saturday I turned down a long ride, which normally I don't do, but it was 12:30 in the morning. And she wanted to go an hour north, and I didn't feel like going north. so I actually accepted the ride, and then I called her and said, "Where are you going?" Which I know you're not supposed to. But
You didn't want to do the long run?
No, I think if she would have gone south, I might have done it because I was a little bit north of town anyways. But I didn't want to go another hour, 15. She would need to go to Camp New Waco, and I just didn't want to go there. So
I mean, I don't blame you.
So I apologized to her. I canceled it, and I obviously said, don't charge the rider and all that stuff. But it's just. I hope she got a ride. But why would you need to go to Camp New Waco at 1:30 in the morning anyways?
Maybe like her kid was up there and
True.
And that there was sick or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's true. That's very possible. But I actually was pretty happy. I'm pretty happy that I didn't go because an hour ride like that would have been maybe $60. It wasn't an XL, it was just an X.
Your reason is just you just didn't feel like going.
I didn't feel like going. No.
And best part about being a rideshare driver, gig economy, you're like, nah.
Yeah. Right.
No,
I just
not that
didn't
you were
feel like
being
going.
mean, you just didn't want to drive
Right.
that far.
But by staying home, I also made almost twice as much because that last hour and a half did really well.
Okay, cool. What about you,
So-
Peter?
It's been a pretty quiet couple of weeks for me.
Yeah, this week for sure was spring break. I see a lot of people complaining on the pages like, oh, it's so dead. I've been online for 50 minutes with no ping. And I'm like, a lot of people are on vacation.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've hit my money goals the last 2 weeks, but I kind of switched to mostly like days and mornings, so I'm not getting all the drunk people as much.
Yeah.
Except on Fridays and Saturdays.
How long ago did you switch to that?
Probably 2 months ago.
Okay.
3 months ago.
Yeah. Just like a regular shift job.
Yeah.
Where you're just
I usually start at like 6 or something. So.
Okay. I'm digging the mustache. So
my wife hates it.
Okay.
Everybody else loves it.
So, well, I've had, before I shaved, I had one that long.
Oh, nice.
But I can't believe you do that every day. Like that it would drive me nuts. Like,
well, I use hair gel.
You do? Well, to get it like that, to stay. Yeah. They're sorry, we're talking beard talk. We're talking manly stuff. You guys want to just talk amongst yourselves?
Hang on one second.
Either the Can You Handlebar company or one other one has two different levels of wax. So they have a 2 and a 1, and the 2 is like super strong. It's supposed to be able to do that, but yeah, I heard that the hair gel is the only way to really get it to hold.
My dad used Clubman's.
Clubman's.
Clubman's. I don't know. I tried it and it didn't work.
No.
For like an hour it worked and then it was done.
Yeah, I can't believe you do that every day.
Yeah.
Like,
who's Pookie?
Ooh. Who's Pookie?
That's my buddy Scott.
Oh. Heather says porn stash. No, that's not a porn stash. But
maybe Heather should share a picture of that on
well, porn stash is just like, I mean, not mine. I mean, it's like a thin, it's like a pencil thin mustache. So
that's all I ever get then. I mean, I can leave it unshaved for like 3 months, and I'll still only have like a little bit of a
little caterpillar.
I went to dinner with my son. Went to West Side Social then, and that was pretty. Have you been there before?
Once. It was okay.
It's good. It was pretty pricey. I had a peppercorn burger, but it was like they mashed the peppercorns in the burger, and it was a little too peppercorny. I mean, I was expecting it to be a little spicy, but I was like, I don't like peppercorns. I know. That was really nice.
Were they still like crunchy?
The peppercorns?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, and he's like, I was like, oh man, look, you're getting a little beard going. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to grow it out until I'm done with school. And I was like, when have you been growing that since 2016? Because it's a little peach fuzzy, like Jesper's. So
that was me.
So yeah, I don't remember anything about my rides. I know I had an Allendale ride, which is for people that are in the market is kind of our college, but it's in the sticks. It's what, 20 minutes out of the downtown? 22 minutes?
I hear people referring to that as a mini unicorn, which I think is BS.
Well,
there's no unicorn about an Allendale.
Well, there's no unicorn anymore. I mean, an XL at a 5.0 Surge is a unicorn to Allendale.
Well, sure.
You're making like $120.
Yeah, but not anymore.
No, not anymore. But I did get one, and they it ended up being a $45 ride.
Yep.
I've
done that a couple of times.
They gave me it was like a $5 surge, and then they gave me the extra whatever that's called, the rider adjustments.
Yeah. For me, when I get that, it's usually an additional $12 to $15 on top of the extra,
depending on the distance, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But it, I mean,
for an Allendale run.
Oh,
I've done that 3 or 4 times on the flat surge.
Yeah, they never really explained that to us. They're like, all right, you're getting a $5 surge. And then all of a sudden it started popping up like, oh, we're getting extra money for some reason. Well, so, I mean, I'm not complaining, but.
Since day one, though, when they did the flat surge, because I remember having them already on the first day of the penny surge.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. On the longer runs. They just didn't do a very good job of explaining that.
Yeah, they didn't at all, and they still haven't.
But it's still confusing.
Well, I also think they worded incorrectly, right? Because they say, in an attempt for you to get a significant portion of the ride, they're just not very good at the attempt, but they fail. Because, I mean, from my perspective, a significant is more than 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And it's never. No. Every time you look at those, they end up getting more than you do. So I think they should put a little in front of it. So it's in an attempt for you to get an insignificant portion of the ride.
Yeah, it's the reality, right? So,
Right. No.
I mean, you can either do it or don't do it.
Well, and I'm not mad about it. It's what it is. I'm not like
No,
complaining.
but I'm
It's-
just
I think
saying
it's a funny choice of words.
people still complain about it. And
Sure.
And it's just, I don't know.
And then they go on strike.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So yeah, I don't remember anything significant other than that Allendale ride. It was actually, I do remember that Allendale ride because I remember telling Megan when I got home or the next morning that it was a group of kids. Is their 21st, right? So I'm like, oh boy, picked them up at the Bob, parked in front of the Bob like everyone should. And no, I didn't. I parked at the Marriott, and they came across and did not complain. And I was like, oh, 21 going to Grand Valley. Hello, like this is not going to be good. And I'm like, everyone good? Like, yeah, we're good. And the mom and dad had taken them out and bought the whole night for this whole group, and they were super sweet. And the girls, I mean, they were drinking, but they weren't like plastered. Because I mean, don't you guys kind of butt pucker when you get an Allendale run? You're like at 2:15. You're like,
No,
this could be
I like it.
well, because you like pukers.
It's gonna be 150. Yay!
No, not me. But no, it was cool. They ended up tipping too. The guy did. As soon as I finished, I got a tip. So it was kind of a cool ride. So, all right, let's talk about the newsletter. Ben will be sharing all the links tonight, hopefully. And the newsletter, Jesper's putting together right now. But what Ben's going to share is just a little sign-up link. Pretty easy. Just put your name, email, and ask for your birthday. Maybe we'll send you a birthday card. I don't know. I don't know if MailChimp lets us know when their birthday is. I don't know.
Well, yeah, we can pull the.
That would be
data,
cool.
so-
We could send them a birthday card.
So yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
That can be your job.
Oh, that's my job. Add to my list.
There you go. Well,
So Ben will.
you don't have a full-time job anyway. So
No, I don't. I'm in two podcasts. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah. So Ben will share that. That's just our newsletter. We try to highlight a driver this month it's going to be Samantha from Grand Rapids. Last month was Larry from Bowling Green, Kentucky. So Samantha is from Grand Rapids, and I didn't even read what I sent you. So I don't know how long she's been driving, but we'll check that out. The voice guy, the guy that you hear telling about GR Rideshare at the beginning, is named Adam Grant. You can check him out at adamgrantvoice.com. He's a great guy. What else? Our Zazzle store, zazzle.com/GR Rideshare. Nice burp, Jesper, or nice save. And that has all our merch on there. Like you can get hats, shirts, all kinds of stuff. And then our Patreon account, basically what that is if you contribute $1, $5, $10 a month, you get certain extra perks. And one of those perks is unedited jabbering before and after the podcast. There will be no before jabbering today, but there will be some after jabbering. And then the next up is Octopus. Now, you guys got to check this out, seriously, because Octopus is not in Grand Rapids, so I'm sorry to get you excited about it. But they sent me a tablet. I tried it for a month. It's amazing. I put together a little review video just kind of with my iPhone, so it's not top quality, but I don't have that together yet, but I will get that out. The software is great. Passengers loved it. It wasn't very intrusive at all. Everyone is very intrigued by like, ooh, what's this? So right now they're in Detroit or they're coming to Detroit soon this year. So hopefully that'll come to us at some point. But Ben will share that link. If you sign up, you can be first on the waiting list. So when they do launch in our area, you can get it. And I'm not going to go through everything. I've talked about it enough on that. So, all right, let's check the comments because I've been off a little bit. Well, someone said the audio was bad earlier on YouTube, and I asked if it was better, and no one said anything. So I think it is better. Ben hooked it up. What else do we got?
Ben.
Producer Ben is back.
So much better when he's here.
Oh, someone said they can't hear Ben.
I've been working on it.
What's going on? Can we just have a moment of fixing it so we don't continue for 90 minutes with it not working?
It's loud on our end, but it's quiet on the live stream.
Okay. Hang tight. Talks amongst yourselves.
Okay. So no, I was actually pretty excited last weekend because my rating went up again. So I'm now 4.94 on Uber. Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
I was pretty high on Uber, and I got dinged with like 2 1-stars like in the last 2 weeks.
Jamie says the sound is better. Jamie Lynn. So yeah, you just dinged it, yeah. But I had a couple of 1-stars as well. You know, there's often where I turn down people because I don't want to put 7 in my car.
Yeah,
and that often say I'm almost convinced it's gonna be a 2 or 3 star every time because come on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry. What's your rating, Larry? So that's that. Yeah, well, everybody who is watching tonight, let's share your rating so we know how good you guys are.
Oh, it just went dead. Oh, you got on Facebook. That's why.
So. And Gabe says sound is good as well. Sorry, guys. We're dealing with a few technical issues here, trying to make sure the sound is good for everybody.
Yeah, it sounds like most people are saying the sound is good.
Yep. Gabe says sound is good. Depends on what you're watching on. And Larry is a 5.0 on Lyft and a 4.93 on Uber.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And Jason is 4.94. That's awesome, Jason. Good job, man. Keep it up. Tim is a 491 Uber, 493 Lyft. I like that everybody seems to be over 49. That's great.
How many rides do you guys do? I'm at I had it pulled up here. Let me look. I'm at 3,114 Uber rides, and I'm at 1,406 Lyft rides.
So I'm about 35 rides away from 2,000 rides on Uber. But when I got, I had a total of 1,800 rides on Lyft when I stopped driving for Lyft.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a
1,400 on
battle.
Lyft and still no jacket.
See, I have the jacket. I was I was actually the first in our group to get the jacket.
Really?
Yeah, and the amp too. They sent it to me by mistake. Some Lyft tech didn't know that Grand Rapids was open, so he sent it to me.
Oh, that's funny.
So I think I was the only one of 2 people who had the amp in Grand Rapids.
I'm turning. If this is a little loud for you guys, I'm going to turn it down. I don't know what's going on. I know
Can't hear myself at all now.
What's that?
Can't hear myself at all.
You can't hear yourself at all.
No. Hello. There you go.
You broke Jesper.
You adjust your own because it's way too loud for me. So this is yours right here. It's as loud as it can go. So
hello.
I don't know what's going on, guys. We got the mics all the way up.
Think
so
it's better.
You think it's better? All right. Well, we're just going to keep going. Where are we at here? I don't want to interrupt what y'all were talking about. So
Tim says it's uber loud right now. So Tim, turn down the sound.
Now it's really. What is going on?
I think when some people are listening on like their cell phone or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's super loud. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're not going to be able to please everyone, so I think we're just going to go for it.
So I'm probably going to kill that name in Ganga. Sorry about that, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. That's a very good question.
Actually, I think you did it pretty good in Gaga.
In Ganga.
Yeah, we are going to talk about the IPO a little bit on, but let's jump into rideshare in the news. The first article up, we have a couple of videos tonight, but we definitely don't have all of them. And this one, an Uber passenger becomes driver after stop by Ottawa police. So it's nothing like crazy. Apparently, he had gotten a ticket and he got his license suspended. So he's driving down the road and didn't know it was suspended. He gets pulled over for having an obscured or unreadable license plate. So, I'm like, all right, well, obviously that, you can't have that. So he just pulled over, and the driver said, hey, the officer said, you cannot drive. Like, you have a suspended license. You cannot drive. So the passenger said, I can drive for you. So the driver or the passenger hopped in the driver's seat, and he checked out her info, and she was good to go. So he drove.
He the police officer.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that driver. But he takes a picture. I guess there was a picture of it. But yeah, he's sitting which is weird. He sat in the back seat, which is a little weird. I just noticed this picture that he took. He's in the back seat. Like,
well, maybe they did that on purpose so that they didn't get her face.
I mean, don't take a picture. That's a good way not to get the face.
No, yeah. But he wanted to share. I mean, it never happened if it's not on Facebook. You know how that
Well, that's true. Well, the thing is, so apparently all he had to go to is a service center and pay his fines, and he got his license reinstated. I don't even think that could happen in here. Like in Michigan, they'd be like, you'd get a ticket, they'd tow your car or whatever, then you have to appear in court, and then you pay your fine, and then like 2 weeks later, you can get your license back.
Yeah, but this is Canada, too.
Right. They do a lot of things better.
I feel like if this would have happened here, like the passenger would have like flipped out too.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because it's Canada. They're like, yeah, well, she was with him for like 90 minutes.
Right?
I'm like, I'd be like, peace out. Like, I'm friendly, but I have stuff to do. So.
Well, she did say she didn't have anywhere to go for
That's true.
Hours, so.
That's true. But I wonder if, as far as Uber goes, if they'll be like, deactivate him for some stupid reason. I mean, he didn't have his license, so he actually was driving. Well, I bet he was deactivated until he got it reinstated and submitted it again.
But he didn't know. He didn't know that he didn't have his license.
Well,
and the story makes it sound like he was only without a license for a couple of hours.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, how long he had been without one before he got popped?
A couple of weeks.
Yeah, see, so he was driving against.
Yeah, but Lyft didn't know that.
Well, it was Uber, so.
Well, whatever. They didn't know it either.
There was some comments about, I think it was like, so much for Uber checking to see if its drivers are licensed. I'm like, they don't run a check every week. I mean, there's probably drivers in Grand Rapids right now that have a suspended driver's license. I can almost guarantee it.
Oh, sure.
And they just won't get caught until they run the check. So
right.
All right. So that one's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to briefly talk about this because it's whatever. The Uber strike. What was it? March 25th, everyone was supposed to do that. I don't get it. Peter talked at the beginning of the podcast. What do you like about it? You like your independence. Do you really want to get health benefits? Well, yeah, of course we all want health benefits. But you're not, if you wanted health benefits, you'd go get a job somewhere else that had health benefits. Yeah. So they were just complaining at the airport. And what was funny is, though, there is a short video. It doesn't really apply to the story or whatever. But most of them were on their phones holding on the sign. I'm like, if you really, really were passionate about the strike, would you not be like looking in cars and like showing people and stuff? But some of I think they interviewed one guy. But some of his comments, I'm currently homeless. I don't make enough to get out of my situation, but I can't walk from Lyft. I'm trapped in an endless cycle. I understand some drivers struggle. I totally get it. But wouldn't you try another avenue of revenue if you were homeless? I'm trying not to be insensitive.
No, I know. I got to answer Gabe, though. Gabe, yes, there was a strike in L.A., and I think on national level, there's several hundred drivers on national level that striked.
They were talking about it in the Facebook group here.
What?
About the strike.
Yeah.
Someone asked me if I was doing the strike. I'm like, no, I got bills to pay.
Well, I mean...
If I didn't like it, I'd go somewhere else.
It's just so confusing to me because it's like and And it's not. I looked at some of the pictures. These are some older guys. Like they understand. Right. It's not like, and I'm not going to rip on the millennials, but it's not these 20-year-olds that like don't understand that they're never used to really being a gig economy. Yeah, there's drywallers, there's plumbers, those are subcontractors. But in the regular verbiage of how people talk, they don't know what that is. I understand that, but you're a 1099. That's what it is. You take it or leave it. If you don't like it, that's okay. Just go on to something else.
Right.
So, I mean, I would never do that. I would never strike. I wish my comments were higher. Do you know how to adjust that?
No, I'm the same way. But so Nicole is saying it's because there's so many drivers, and of course we had the discussion 100 times. Yes, there's way too many drivers. But how do we fix that? We don't fix that by striking.
No,
I mean
and let's face it. There's so many drivers, but that's what Uber and Lyft wants. They're the business owner. They want as many cars and as many drivers on the road to get everyone rides. Because every time a car doesn't move, it doesn't make money for you or the company.
Right. One mileage in Grand Rapids is, I believe it's 61.23 cents per mile for X.
I'm not sure.
90 something for XL.
I'm not. Well, is that after your deduction? After Uber takes their cut?
No.
No, I think it's more than that.
No, I don't.
It's like 75 cents a mile for X and like $1 for XL. And then after they take their cut, then it drops it down to 63 and 75.
Jason, it's not. Now I'm gonna have to look.
All you assholes on your phones.
So I don't know, but yeah, it's in that neighborhood.
Something like that. I think that's after your thinger dinger. Producer Ben agrees. Your thinger dinger. You like it when I say thinger dinger. It could be used for many different ways. My thinger dinger. So yeah.
Is that like a finger ringer?
Finger ring. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. I just made it up.
All right. So does my. No, I don't remember what I said.
I mean, I think
finger dinger.
If we can kind of get back on track here.
Yeah.
Not talk about fingers.
What about ringer dingers?
Yeah, there you go. So I think the most important thing about all these things is it is still possible to make money and make a living on this job. Because why would people do it if it's not?
Right.
And so it's just be smart about it, like everything else. And I mean, again, we've talked about this many, many times. We talked about it before the surge went flat and all that stuff. It's just a change, right? And yeah, you can use it to your advantage and make money. Otherwise, then don't drive.
I think Vaughn likes to is challenging us. Say, if Uber cut it by 25%, we'd be singing the same tune. I'm not singing a tune. I'm just stating a fact that it is what it is. There's nothing. If you don't like it, then go drive for Lyft. And if you don't like Lyft, then go do DoorDash. And if you don't like, I mean, it's on and on and on. There's so many different things out there.
And Vaughn, I can't answer that question either. I don't know. It would have to be. I would have to try it for a couple of weekends, and if it wasn't enough, I'd just try and do something else. For me, the discussion is do I make enough where it's worth losing out on family time for? And if I think that's okay, then it's okay. It's my therapy. I love driving. I love having people in my car. So there's many different avenues for it for me.
Peter, you got to jump in, man. You've been quiet. Like, I am a talker, and if you don't jump in, I'm just going to run. But you're the full-time guy, so...
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. You know, if you don't like it, then McDonald's is hiring $11 an hour.
Actually, I just saw Chick-fil-A has $13 an hour tonight.
No kidding?
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty good.
It's getting up there.
Yeah.
Will work for Chick-fil-A.
Although they have high standards. I mean, you go in there, and it's good. I mean, the food's good. The employees are good.
It would be my pleasure.
Yes, it would be my pleasure. How many videos where you see people... I follow this subreddit called Public Freakout or whatever. I don't know if you guys are on Reddit, but it's hilarious. And
I'm on Reddit thanks to you.
Yeah. So check it out.
What's Reddit?
When does the narwhal bacon?
Anyways, you never see a Chick-fil-A. It's always a McDonald's or Burger King where people are freaking out, or Denny's.
Oh, yeah.
Denny's at 3 a.m. on a weekend is perfect prime time for freaking out. All right. So, Vaughn, I didn't mean to poo-poo you, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, for me, as a part-time driver. It's just going to be one of those things where I'm going to try it out. If it's good, then I'm going to keep going. And if not, I'm going to... I saw that comment too. That's one problem about having the comments up for me because I lose my train of thought. Is that your buddy?
Which one?
Oh, Mark, is that your brother?
That's my brother, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Shereen.
Yeah, wife just tuned in. They love my mustache.
Oh, she just said you're looking real cute, Peter, minus the mustache. Ouch. I like the mustache. It's dope.
It's amazing.
Let's see. Once I fall before $20 an hour per hour is my breaking point. And that's, Vaughn, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your breaking point, that's fine.
Everybody's got their own goals.
Absolutely. I mean, if that's so true. Everyone has their different money goals, and it is what it is.
I mean, and I'm not bragging here. Last weekend, I made $29 an hour.
Yeah.
After expenses?
No, I mean, no.
We don't talk about expenses, Ben. We live in a fantasy world, okay? I made $60 an hour. My expenses, I was $6. Someone, Nicole said you can make a living off ride sharing if you do it the right way. Yeah, you can make a living. You're not going to get rich, but yeah, you can make a living. Honestly, I would rather be doing, if I had to choose between a factory job or this, I would like to do this. I love talking to people, like Peter said.
Right. And just to be able to finish this up, nice, Ben, nice. As Jason said, you're absolutely correct. It's two different things for part-timers and full-timers. Absolutely. Yeah. And everybody's going to have to make their own decision. It's just like that.
So,
but good comment, Vaughn. Thank you so much.
Yep. All right. Let's we're going to jump in this. Peter, your time to shine. So I don't know in the markets that are listening or listen to this podcast, if you're going to listen to the audio later on, but Lyft came to Grand Rapids, and it was like a pop-up something, or
yeah, they were in a coffee shop.
No, it was the root beer place, Roots.
Yeah.
Is it coffee too?
It's not a root beer place.
I think it's
not?
coffee. Yeah.
Roots?
No, Roots Brew Shop? It's a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
What's the root beer place, like the craft root beer place?
That's on Leonard, right?
I don't know. I've never been there, but I swear to God, I thought it was the root beer place.
Anyways.
Peter looked at me like a deer in the headlights. So basically, they came to, you didn't have to make an appointment. They were from like 12 to 6 for 2 days or whatever, and you could go down. And none of us did, us rideshare guys, but Peter did. So
Yeah.
So are we making more money, Peter?
No.
No? Any more bonuses?
No.
What was the Lyft bonus? Sorry, go ahead.
I would say, but I did find out that your acceptance rating is not tied to bonuses.
Yeah, I thought that. Early on it was like that's what I was going to ask. Do you remember? Oh, they probably didn't have it when you started last year. Lyft had and I never was able to get it because my car wasn't new enough. But it was do you remember, Jesper? The bonus that Lyft offered, it was a spurt. I know Gabe's probably going to say it in about 2 seconds. I don't even know why I'm even.
I out of principle do not talk about Lyft.
Yeah, since when? What'd you say, Ben? Oh,
I just said Gabe's going to have to wait for that 15-second
Yeah,
delay.
the 15-second delay. So anyways, but yeah, you're right. Whatever it was called beforehand, they had the acceptance rate did matter. Like you had to be, and then all of a sudden if you missed a couple, you're like, all right, forget it. Like I'm not going to be able to get this all the way up to where it needs to be. But I'm glad that it is. Gabe, when they had their old bonus, it was what's it called, Gabe? Jeesh.
Streak bonus?
No, it's not a streak bonus. That's what we have now. That's going to drive me nuts. But
come on, Gabe. We need the answer, Gabe.
So they basically said that you didn't need the acceptance. So that's good. That's good news.
Yeah, because I asked him. I went with a list of questions that I had, and one of them was, pretty constant. I get pings on Lyft that are like 18 to 25 minutes away, and it gets a little frustrating.
Yeah,
driving that far because you're wondering, am I going to get a 5-minute run, or am I going to get something that's going to be worthwhile?
I remember
Power driver bonus.
That's what it was. How did I not get that? But I remember you did take one. I was like, Pete, why are you driving so far for that? Because it was like, 3 minutes after like the ride. And you're like, oh. Yep. And it's not like Uber with the long pickup fee.
Right.
So, I don't know why I mean, so technically you would be the closest driver, or everyone denied it
Right.
and it comes to you.
Yep.
So everyone does complain, oh, why are they giving me these rides 30 minutes away? Well, 6 other drivers said no, so it's up to you now to say yes or no.
And that's basically what the lady said too.
Yeah, I mean, Uber does the same thing. So what else did you ask him? Did you ask him?
I asked about. I had a passenger a couple months ago that was very unruly.
Okay.
I think you guys know the story. We talked about it a couple of times. But then I got the passenger again. After,
Oh, yeah.
and so I asked her,
Oh,
you know, how did this happen? You know, how can I be assured that this isn't going to happen again? And she didn't really have any.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it sounds like it was just a dog and pony show for them to like.
It
I
really
mean,
was.
You did get some free swag,
Yeah.
so that's pretty dope.
I got a tote bag, a beanie, and 2 air fresheners.
Honestly, I don't know why you didn't bust through that door, kick it in, and say, "Where's my jacket?"
I asked about the jacket too, and she looks it up. She's like, "Okay, let me look it up here." Oh,
Oh,
I said, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, that's on back order.
oh
You
man,
should have it sometime in the middle of the summer." I'm like,
that's crazy. Why? You know, we ordered ours like I think yours was before
I ordered
me.
mine like 2 months before you.
2 months.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh wow!
I'm just saying. Like, I mean,
Again, I have mine. Anybody want one?
you still have yours?
Well, yeah, of course.
I'm surprised you didn't
I
sell
was,
it on.
I was the first one in the group who got it, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't sell it on eBay. So
The other takeaway I got was if you are signing somebody up for the lift bonus,
yeah,
they cannot take any runs until you are sure that they're under your name to get the bonus.
well, I heard that once they take a ride, it's done.
It's done.
Okay.
Because I had a buddy who signed up under me, and he's already taken like 1,100 rides, and we've called like probably every 2 or 3 weeks trying to get it fixed. And so that was the original reason why we went down there. And she's like, "Yeah, I can't do anything."
You know, Uber or Dustin, right? What's his freaking YouTube name? Right? I don't know. Dustin.
driving with Dustin.
Driving with Dustin?
I don't know.
No, I don't.
I just
Come on. Why do you just spurting out stuff? I don't know.
Uber Dustin.
Roger says this is 12 to 14 weeks. It's a whole boat from China.
Yeah, that's what mine is too. 12 to 14 weeks.
Yeah, gosh, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
Dustin.
Yeah, but before we got to Dustin.
Pickle juice.
Shut up.
The bonus.
No.
Sign-on bonus.
I lost
The
it.
coat, the jacket, lift jacket.
I don't know. Damn it, Ben. All right.
Anyways,
Oh, yeah. I like totally just checked out for like 10 seconds. We were talking about I don't know. Anyways. So, yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad they came. I mean, I feel like it was just a recruiting effort to get more drivers, maybe. I don't know.
but why?
I don't know. It seems kind of weird.
It's like they don't need drivers. We're good. We don't need no more drivers.
Yeah, we don't need ones with lead feet.
Hey,
Hey, what?
keep going.
Okay. Oh, squirrel, Heather. Yep, you got me. Now, I blame Ben. I'm not taking a fall with that squirrel comment. That wasn't me. Dustin is driving. Are you sure it's Dustin is driving?
It's Dustin.
Keep
is
going.
driving.
Come on.
Hey,
Keep going.
How about we go to the milkshake?
Yeah, yeah.
that's not our next. Not our. Oh boy, not our next story. Our next story is a sad story, so we'll move on.
Well, I just don't like being sad, so just skip it.
I know.
Just kidding.
So we're just gonna. Everyone saw the story. It's the woman that was kidnapped, and killed from an supposed Uber driver. I mean, let's just talk about a little bit. It's a sad story.
Right.
I feel bad for her. I mean, and her family and all that. It definitely could have been prevented. Here's the thing, though. It's like, how who should be educating these people about that safety? I mean,
it feels like Lyft and Uber should be doing a better job up front. Maybe some better informational videos or something like that about these things that they not that they have to, make these terror examples, but they should definitely give tips for how do you make sure that this is your driver.
I think it's not a initial video and then you're a rider. I think over the next several weeks they Uber sends some emails to even us as drivers, just little tips. I do breeze through them. I don't look at all of them, but I just kind of look and if something catches my eye. But and this is not a sexist thing, but as a woman, you should be more vigilant. Not again, it's not. I'm not trying to be sexist, but it's just like guys are dirtbags.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I have a daughter. Like I'm gonna be like so scared when she goes out and does those kind of things. Like you should be extra vigilant about safety, especially you're legitimately getting in a stranger's car, regardless if it's an Uber driver or not. You're legit getting in a stranger's car, and I just worry for the female drivers too. It's kind of the same thing. It's just
right.
Yeah.
I mean, so real fast, what are the things that you should always look for, right? So the app will tell you the license plate. So check that. Get the name of the driver.
Yeah.
You will know what the name of the driver is. Check that. Don't get in the vehicle. Don't start getting in the vehicle unless you know that those are the right things. And you could even try, hey, where do you know where I'm going? If you wanted to. I mean, at least at that point, yeah, you have to start the ride, but at least you can figure it out.
Yeah. Vaughn says, I love it when he said perps. Check my plate. Very rare. I don't think he meant a perp, but maybe a PAX.
He said peeps.
Peeps. Oh, did he correct it?
Corrected himself.
It is true. It is. What do you get? Like maybe you have more, Peter, but I get maybe once or twice a week that might check the plate.
I've had one in the 3 years I've driven.
That's it?
That's it.
That's crazy.
See, I kind of have the reverse problem because the car that I use for Uber.
This is a funny story. I forgot about this. All right, go ahead.
The car that I use is my wife's car, and she's got a personalized license plate that says her name, which is Shireen. And so, like, probably 90% of my riders come up. How do you say your name? I'm like, Pete.
I mean, how hard is it? It's Peter or Peter or short Pete. That's funny. Yeah. You should deadpan him. You'd be like, for like 2 seconds, Pete. And then turn back face forward.
Well, the worst one is I had a guy who rode with me for 15 minutes. And we get to wherever he was going. He's like, I need to ask you a question. I'm like, okay. He's like, I just wanted to know why you named your car after the little girl from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, we did talk about that. I'm terrible. What did it take me 15 minutes to figure out who we were talking about? And which one is it again? It's the little girl from the Red Witch.
Yep.
And
they burn her at the stake.
Yeah, but what was the we're talking about this poor girl that got killed, but what was the king's name? Or not Baratheon?
Wasn't it Robert Baratheon?
No, I don't think he was the early king.
Davros was the guy she always talked to. It was like her
yes.
I thought it was Baratheon though.
That could be. I don't know. I love that show. Yeah, it's coming in the 21st. Did you just say whatever?
Uh-huh.
Dead to me.
I don't watch that show.
So let's
I don't
go.
Either.
You're dead to me too. Well, not for that reason. But Jason said there should definitely be some sort of video training from time to time before you can turn the app on, similar to take a selfie request on Uber. Oh, that's
actually a good idea.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. With a test.
Yeah.
What should you do before you get in the vehicle?
Larry, this show has gone off the rails. Well, here's the thing, though. I look at it like I think Uber should do more of it. Then I'm like, come on, people, we're adults. Like, what are you doing?
But you got to remember, these people are often inebriated.
I know. That's the tough part. Right? That's the tough part. I mean, I've been drunk before, and although, yeah, I might do that. No, I don't think I would.
I don't think I've ever been so drunk that I couldn't.
Yeah, I've never.
The car.
Yeah.
But these people are. I mean, I often have I mean, I still remember that one time the dude I took from downtown out to Granville, he could barely walk. I mean, he was like, whoa.
And I think it's as a guy thing. I think I know, like my wife doesn't know anything about car models. I would tell her a car model and she'd be like, anything. But I'm like,
it's black.
What do you mean?
The car. Like,
well, yeah, she can tell me the color, but I'm like, what does a Honda CRV look like? Or what does a Toyota Highlander look like? And she'd be like, And that's okay. But there's other things like checking the plate. I don't know. I feel like we should help them more, but then it's like, how much are we going to dumb this down? I mean, without a common sense. And it's no disrespect for that girl. I don't want to get literally thrown under the bus for this. I'm just saying, how much more are we going to nerfify things? It's like, there's so many different levels that got missed. I mean, if you miss the plate, well, how about the driver's name? If you miss that, how about the make and, but how many times a night? Like, I lock my doors. My doors automatically lock. I have to, every time get out of my car to let people out, I have to hit the unlock button.
Right.
And it's just because I roll up. How many people try to get in your car? Like, they just grab it and get in. Yeah. So. Vaughn, I lock my door and asses
and assess.
Oh, oh boy!
Lock your asses, everybody.
We may have to. We need to pull some clips from this one. Holy cow! Moving on.
Yeah, moving right
on. Real quick before we move on, I'm a dummy. I'm such a dummy. Oh my gosh! I'm like red in the face. Ben's losing it over there. Well, he typed bad last time, so I don't know. Well, it's getting warm in here. There is a bill trying to be brought to the state legislated. Oh my gosh, this is my second monster. About adding a light to the cars. What do you guys think about that? They want to add a rideshare light so that it says that they're a rideshare driver, whatever that is. The bill says that.
But isn't that what the amp is? And
but it's not market. It's not market specific. The amp or if you only drive one ride a week, you're never going to get the amp. And the beacon is only specific in certain markets.
And then the other problem is
they just killed the amp altogether, right?
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah,
the amp.
Yeah. That was one of the things that I learned from the Lyft thing. Yeah. She said they killed it because of the IPO. She said they slashed the budgets.
So you can't get one anymore? No. Are they going to still support it?
If you already have one, your grandfather did.
Oh, yes. I worked hard to get that thing.
But yeah, if you don't have one, you
probably buy them on eBay. Although if you're a new driver, you still have to connect it to your account. So they're going to know that you didn't earn it, right? And it probably won't work.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't think it matters.
You don't think it matters?
No, if it sees it, it sees it.
Yeah.
If it's open in the market.
But anyways, they're introducing a bill. I didn't add that. You can find it. I'm sure someone has posted a million times.
I think the sign will just be the same thing as a lot of these guys. I was in a thread earlier today on the Facebook group.
The Grand Rapids one?
Yeah. And they were talking about how half of them don't have their stickers up.
So we're gonna have to have a little discussion about this one.
So real fast, Nick. I'm not sure that Nick Hayner is talking about a college scam. I haven't heard of any of that, Nick. And so if you want to explain a little bit more about what's going on, I certainly have not heard about anything like that in this market here.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But interesting thing to talk about.
So is anyone part of the college scam going up for the people that are listening to MP3 later on? Any part of the college scam going on? I got fake riders and now I'm in the hole for it. Yeah, I'm not sure.
$800.
Is he talking about him? He legitimately, or is he just?
He says he's $800 in the hole.
How's that even possible?
I don't know. So
I've heard of it where they say never to give your phone to the passenger. Is it that one where they change the pay card in it and then they cash it out? I don't know why you would give your phone to your passenger. I don't know what that part of the scam is, but we'll follow. We'll see what Nick says.
Yep.
So, I thought you were talking about our Nick, and I was like, what?
No, Nick Hayner is his name.
So. All right, we're going to jump into a video here. I know Ben's going to get that up. It is, so we've all seen it. A lot of these things I know, guys, we've all seen them, but we only record every 2 weeks, so deal with it. You get our professional take on it. The milkshake guy. Everyone, what is that song? The girls bring the milkshake or milkshake.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Oh my gosh! I didn't. Go ahead, Ben.
No, I'm good.
No,
Peter covered it.
So this dirt ball, and we recovered one. We covered one 2 months ago where the guy got fries. Okay, kind of weird, but at least it's not like
sipping out of the straw.
Yeah, this dude basically on a Nest Cam, he sips out of the straw and hands it to the kid.
How about we play the video?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be a professional and giving you time to prep. So I'm giving you time, and you didn't give me the signal. So go. Oh, I don't even have the volume on. Yeah, see? Real professional. It's not even playing.
A DoorDash delivery driver appearing to take a sip of the very milkshake he's about to deliver. The Malhotras didn't know what had happened until the next morning when they checked their doorbell camera footage.
I looked at it, hey, the guy who delivered the food was sipping out of my son's Cold Stone.
Malhotra says he likes buying delivery items, but now he's going to think twice before placing his next order.
I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I mean, how can somebody jeopardize a product that, especially the food?
It's his 14-year-old son in this doorbell security video.
I felt really disgusted about what had happened.
He tells Fox 40 he enjoyed his cookies and cream milkshake from Cold Stone until the next day when he learned he wasn't the only one who tried his drink.
And then my dad told me to go check out the video from last night. And once I checked it out, I brushed 5-6 times. And then I felt really disgusted.
The Malhotras say they're glad no one got sick from the incident, but the experience left them with a sour taste.
We have a trust between the company and the drivers. Once the trust is broken, we can't, go back to them.
And now all they want is an apology from DoorDash and a promise this won't happen again to someone else.
You just need a proper training and an apology. Hey, what you did was wrong. And we want to make sure that he doesn't do that to other people.
So, yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
So why don't restaurants that have stuff delivered do like McDonald's does?
And Taco Bell for Grubhub. I don't know if you...
I've never seen the Taco Bells, but I know McDonald's, their bags are sealed up.
Right.
Yes, Taco Bell does that too. But the problem is it's weird with shakes because I've picked up some DoorDash from Steak and Shake. And you know how they put the lid on it, but it's open in the top? I'm like, that's weird. Don't they have I should ask next time when I don't do it a lot, but to put a full cover lid on that because I'd be grossed out. I would never order anything that did not have a full lid on it. I might order a coffee. I guess they could take the lid off and put it back on, but that's disgusting.
Well, the other thing is, why was the straw in the cup? Nobody ever gives you a shake with the straw in it.
That's true. That's a good point. He may have been sipping on it in the car on the way. I want to talk to this guy so bad. Maybe
Milkshake guy.
No, seriously. If we can find him, I'll call him and we'll get him on the podcast. And what were you even thinking? You looked right at the camera.
Although it almost looks like they can't see that, but it almost looks like the wrapper's still on the straw.
Yeah, I don't think it is though, because he would have noticed a wet wrapper.
Well, I would have noticed the straw in the cup.
Well, I think as a customer, you just kind of grab it, and they probably, if I grabbed it and sat it down, I'm like, nope, not eating this. Yeah, it's so weird. You don't realize the responsibility that a delivery driver really has with food.
Yeah.
I always rate people poor, or I send an email to support whatever company I've used to do it when they just hand me the food without a hot bag. I want you to walk up with a hot bag. I get it. I only live 2 miles from Wing Doozy, my favorite restaurant. But
We had wing doozy tonight.
Oh,
I
see bourbon. Oh, so good.
I had Hancock for lunch. Yeah, that's good.
Hancock.
Yeah, that's the new chicken place downtown. It's better than anything else.
Oh, that's Wealthy and
Yep. Wealthy.
Oh, is that on Fuller?
Yep.
Oh, that's a chicken place?
yeah.
The new Hancock.
Oh.
haven't
Maybe
been
it's
there,
a root
but-
beer place.
Heyo.
Hey, so let's go back to talk a little bit about Nick Hand's story. Hey, what is sorry, Nick Hainer? Sorry about that. So he says here, and he'll provide proof. And Nick, I don't think you need to do that. It's not that we are not trusting you. He says, no, I picked up 2 different riders. Long story short, they used false cards. The trips were long distance, over $300 each at a 12-time search. Uber came back and didn't clear the cards. The money wasn't available, and they footed me for the bill after paying me. So now I'm in the negative. I've been driving just to pay it back, and Uber's response was, it's my responsibility to know who I put in my car, and threatened to ban me from the app. So my initial
What?
Yeah, exactly. My initial reaction to that is that feel not Nick. It just feels like it should be an Uber's responsibility to approve the card. That has nothing to do with us as drivers. And if we have if we get the ride, it should be, we should get paid for it no matter what. And then there's another person, just real quick, and I'll let you talk. Another person who said, I've never seen a 12-time search. I did. Before they went to flat search, I did see 12-time search sometimes.
Okay, I was going to ask that. Where is Nick driving, and how long did this happen? How long ago did this happen?
Yeah, obviously it was prior to the flat search.
I mean, I've been driving for 3.5 years, and in Grand Rapids, the highest surge I saw was 10, and I got it. I got a 10.0 surge.
Well, I mean,
but
we had a 12-time search, but it was well over 2 years ago. I mean, it's been a long time since it's been that kind of searches.
So let's get rid of the 12-time surge part of it. So basically, they used what? Stolen credit cards? Is that what they're saying?
Yep.
I don't understand how that
False
is
cards.
the driver's responsibility. We don't
Shouldn't
handle
be.
payment.
No, that's no. We get our money. Well, I could see them saying, "Hey, their card is bad. We're not paying you for these rides," which is still bullshit. But
But charging him
But
for
charging him for it just seems weird. We're not saying you're not. Yeah, I'm just confused by the story. So, Tri-City area in Mount Pleasant. So,
it? Might want to call somebody.
yeah, I would be calling an attorney.
Right. That's
I mean, you're $800, $1,000. That's a lot of money for anyone, rideshare driver or not. But
Right.
that's crap.
And again, you didn't, in the terms, it doesn't say anywhere that you need to approve the card. Okay. It says if you do the ride according to their terms, you get paid. End of story.
Yeah, that's the independent contractor. That is in our agreement. Like, it doesn't say, maybe it does. I didn't read through the 76 pages of terms of service. Who does? But I can't imagine it would say in there, oh, yeah, if the card's bad, you're on the hook. Not only you're not going to get paid, you owe us.
Right. I mean, Larry, you're right. Yeah, he did get paid. So now, but why does he have to pay it back? That's the thing I don't get.
it's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault that they were using false cards.
That should be part of Uber's budget of
That's Uber's responsibility.
Yeah, Nick, I would seriously.
Talk to a lawyer, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, who's that guy? I think I have a contact for you, Nick.
The Uber lawyer, right?
Yeah, I see him all the.
Rideshare lawyer.
He's on
Yeah.
a lot of the videos that we play, but I don't. He's not in Michigan, but I would definitely.
It just seemed, yeah.
Something ain't right about that.
So no.
Anyways, where are we at?
Good
here?
luck with that, Nick. I mean, I haven't had anything about that here in Grand Rapids, luckily.
Okay, so this one's kind of funny. We'll lighten the mood. Not that I have done that with my idiotness. That's even
I'm
a
sorry,
word.
what's that?
Shut up. This guy's name, Darren Fleet. He's a comedian, and he has some stories to tell about. What are you laughing at?
this video is great.
Okay, I thought it was someone was commenting, and I was like, "Damn it, you guys! I'm not even in the Facebook thing." But yeah, what was that?
Just play the
Off
video.
camera.
Oh my gosh!
Listen up, Uber drivers or Lyft drivers. Please do all you need to do before you pick me up. Especially when I'm at the airport. Y'all already don't be knowing where the fuck I'm at. I have to tell you upper level or lower level like 2 or 3 times. Then after you pick me up, you ain't got no gas in your car. So you tell me something like, we need to make a small detour. We're going to go to the gas station. No, we not. You going to break the fuck down on the highway. Because that was not a part of my plans. You going to break down. And I'm going to call another Uber driver. Don't change the radio station to what you think I like. I had a white guy pick me up one time. He going to put it on the urban hip-hop radio station. And Ja Rule popped up. Every thug needs a lady. First and foremost, I don't even date thugs. Thank you very much. So with that being said, wrong song. You could have left it on that Katy Perry you was listening to at first. California girls are unfucking forgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top. I like that song. That song.
Wow. So that guy's hilarious. I looked at his Facebook page and he had a ton of followers. So this is I've never heard of him, but he's got a big following. But that was just a funny video of him just bitching about that guy's us drivers. Gabe's like, I love that. It was funny.
Lighten the mood. Good job there, Jason.
Yeah, I don't know. Something else to lighten the mood.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'm kind of excited about this. Jesper isn't. It's another. After this, we'll get in the IPO soon. Except I don't know anything about it. But so Lyft is, and I don't know if this was due to the IPO, but they're introducing some new driver services. And one of the things that's really cool that I like is they're actually opening a bank account, no fee bank debit card. So it's not the Uber Pay card. It's an actual, you can do direct deposit in there from different areas and all that. So it's like a straight up debit card. And it's got a lot of, you get 4% back on gas. And that's a lot because, I have a card that you get
petrol.
Yeah, not that kind of gas. I got your 4%. And basically, Ben's typing messages and getting me off. So 4% cash back on everyday purchase. Wow, this show has really gone to the dark side. But normally to get that, I have a Costco credit card, and to get that 4%, you have to do it on a credit card. So there's always the risk of finance charges and everything like that. But a debit card with 4%, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not a ton, but I mean, if you're a full-time driver and you get gas all the time, or I think it's 4% for everything.
But it's still a MasterCard too, though. So
yeah, well, it's always going to have either a Visa or MasterCard, but it's not a credit card. My debit card has a MasterCard logo on it too.
You sure you can't use it as a MasterCard? As a
No.
credit card?
I mean, as far as I know, it doesn't say anything. It says 4%. Oh, wait, my bad. 4% on select restaurants, 2% cash back on gas. So it's not as good as the Costco one, but still, it's not bad. So the next thing off, they're going to offer a Lyft shop tailor-made. So basically, drivers will be served by Lyft team members, including certified mechanics selected for their expertise and passion for helping our community. They say they offer up to 50% off maintenance, repairs, and etc. washes. So that's cool.
My question is, though, is that going to make it here?
Yeah, we're such a. I mean, everyone treats us like a small market, but yeah. It's a medium market. But man, we really don't get the fun stuff.
When I talked to the Lyft people when they're here, I asked them if we were getting a hub, and she said not anytime soon.
Yeah, the hub, I never thought that would be a big deal, but it is nice to go in the Uber hub. I had trouble uploading my inspection; it just wouldn't take it. Come to find out, I forgot to fill something out. But it just.
Was that? Is it your own fault?
This is my own fault.
Wait, you made a mistake?
I did. But at least when I went in there, they were super nice. They offered me coffee or tea or water. No, maybe not coffee. Maybe just tea and water. But it would be nice to have something to get you back on the road, especially for the full-time drivers again.
Like decals?
Like decals. Oh yeah, let's talk about decals. So my guess is you think that you're upset that drivers are driving without decals?
I mean, I don't really care either way. I have my decals on, and I do it because
Jason has his decals on too. They're up on the shelf.
So I don't have decals. I don't know why. I never have.
But you have a light on, right? Don't you have one of the
Well,
lights?
I have the Lyft amp, but I don't have anything for Uber. I bought one like Jesper has, but it's so freaking bright that like it blinds me in the car. Okay, I'm old. I don't know. I know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, I like the light up sign because you can take it off. Like those are like stickers, right? Yeah. Like you're not just peeling it on and off real quick, right? That's what I don't like about it. I like it that I can turn my Lyft amp off or that Uber light. I would put a beacon if I had it up there, no problem. But technically you are against the rules. I don't know if it's actually is it illegal though?
It's for Michigan. You're supposed to have the trade dress.
Is it just for the airport?
No, it's for statewide.
Is it statewide?
That was when Uber first sent out the stickers. That was the explanation. We're sending you the sticker because now you're in line with Michigan law.
Okay. Do you have a tinted window in the back?
I did on my Jeep.
Did you put stickers in the back in the tinted one or not?
On the side window.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you did follow the rules then. I mean, I probably should. I probably should put them on there, but I just don't want them on there all the time.
Such a rebel.
I'm not a rebel. It's just I don't want to put a sticker on there. Well, for a while I had that light up. Oh yeah, it's behind Ben. That light up sign, and I mean, technically it's not following the rules, but at least I had Lyft and Uber. I don't have anything for Uber. I like that light that Jesper got. It's really nice. It just really shines brighter than I would like inside the
cabin.
In the cabin, yeah.
Well, my point was to bring it back around to what we were talking about earlier with the girl that was killed. They want to make a law that says you have to wear that light up light, but is that even going to work? Because a lot of people don't have their stickers. So
yeah,
what's the difference?
That's true. You're right. I mean, you're definitely going to. I think it would work. I think that's dumbing it down for the passengers. If you look for the light, if the car has no light, don't get in it. I think it would work. So if that driver doesn't have it in there, I guess this chick's not getting in there, or whoever. If they've decided I'm not getting in a Lyft and Uber unless it has that light. So, I mean, you're right. If they don't put it on there,
but don't you think that if you have that kind of intentions, you can get that light, no problem.
It's true.
And that's the other.
That's a good point.
Anybody can order one of these lights on eBay already.
That's true. So. You're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, so it still falls into the safety. I mean, it's common sense, but good on Uber and Lyft. Like, we have these three things, fail safes to set up, so you get. I mean, they're doing the right thing. Yeah. So, I mean, you can't really sue Uber or anything and say, oh, you did this or whatever. But yeah, that's a good point.
So Larry had a pretty good idea too. What he did, for his sticker is he laminated his sticker and then he put suction cups on it so he can take it off and off easily.
Shut up, Larry. Shut up, Noah. We don't care that Peter follows the rules. No.
Thank you, Larry. You just saved my night.
What's funny is I'm kind of a rule follower. So for me not to do that is interesting because normally I'm like, yep, got to follow the rules. So that's funny. Ben informed me. So let's just go back. Let's finish this up. And I skipped an article. Drive centers, and then they're going to have a mobile service, which, I mean, affordable prices. To be any alternative of another mobile service, maybe, but I feel like it's not going to be very
cell phone mobile.
I don't know.
Or
no, like they'll drive to you.
Oh, okay.
And
to do a repair.
Yeah. That'd be sweet if someone would drive to me and do oil changes. That'd be awesome. There is a company around here. It's nationwide, but it's called My Mechanic, I think. But it's not cheap. I know the Rideshare guy was promoting him for a while. But anyways, and express driving. So anyways, I like Lyft. Like, all these things are great. Will it come to Grand Rapids? I don't know, but it'll come to the big cities. I'm sure it will come to Detroit. I can almost guarantee it. I don't know. Detroit's a dump. Oh,
I was there Saturday.
Yeah, how was it? The downtown's not bad, but if you get about 3 miles out of the downtown area, it turns sketch pretty quick. But, anyways, I didn't mean to insult Detroit.
Yes, you did.
The Uber beacon chances a certain color that matches. That's huge too. That's one thing we're forgetting about the Lyft amp too, is it matches the color with what's on your phone. I mean, that's pretty simple.
I don't think it does.
Have you all had?
Yes, it does.
Sorry.
I thought it just
it doesn't match.
It turns green when you get close to the driver.
No, it's different colors. It's white, it's green, it's purple.
I've had a few.
Hey, Jesper, do you drive for Lyft?
No.
Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
I had a few people that passengers. Let me put the camera on me. So I had some passengers that they would have an option on their Uber app that they could tap a color button.
Yeah.
And then it will send a message to the driver saying, I'm holding up a phone with a yellow background.
Yeah.
And so you look for the yellow background phone, and there they are.
It must be market specific, because I've seen it.
We have it.
We have it.
It's here.
Oh, we do?
I've had it. Yeah.
I've
had it at the airport.
I think it might only be Android and then Apple.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
It's under the communication. You gotta really look for it.
Oh, so you have to activate it?
Yeah.
Ugh, they should make that
They
default.
have to. It's one of those. It's a notice. You go down. They go down when you say, instead of text to the driver, there's an option that says, "I'm holding up a sign" or something like that, and you go in there, and now it comes up with the color, and then they can hold up their phone.
Oh, that would be amazing if they would do that.
Except all the times that the message come to me, I've never, like, the person's never holding up their phone.
Well, yeah,
waving their hand around.
Yeah, it really doesn't work if you don't hold
Great
up the
job.
phone. I've had someone do it with Red at the airport. That's why I was asking if it was market specific. So maybe somebody flying in from New York had that option or something. But
it happened to me several times.
All righty, let's go on to the next one. I skip Pantsless Wonder video.
Oh, that was a wonderful song.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's the video.
All right.
This mom who doesn't want her face shown was having a night out with her 2 adult daughters in Woodland Hills. She says everything was fine at first. Their Lyft driver was wearing work attire when he picked them up Monday and gave them a short ride to a bar.
He was totally like a business during the day guy driving for a Lyft at night. That's what it appeared to me.
Around 12:30 a.m., they ordered another Lyft.
And the same guy shows up.
I had gotten in the car and I thought everything was going to be okay. My sister sat in the front and I sat in the back with my mom. And my sister out of nowhere just texted me saying that this gentleman that was picking us up had no pants.
For I wear no pants.
The ladies felt uncomfortable.
Me being the protective one that I always am, I was like, well, let me make sure that he's actually not wearing pants, and then as well as maybe get some evidence just to prove to the police. I immediately asked if we could go to a gas station. I went inside and we pretended like we were going to buy something. I didn't want to alarm him. When I got in the front seat, I confirmed that he wasn't wearing any pants. I didn't really want to look over because it was super creepy. He was only a minute away from where we were, so that makes me think that he was waiting in the parking lot for us and decided to not put to take his pants off.
These are the pictures she took.
Why would you take your pants off? It was cold at night. We were all wearing jackets.
The ladies got home and called police.
They called 911, which call Lyft. We can't help you.
Tessa contacted Lyft.
And then the next day, they reached out and they said that he had shorts on and that there was nothing else they could do. I don't believe he was wearing really short shorts. I think he might have been wearing underwear. But however, I don't think that it's okay that the first ride that we took prior to this ride, that he was wearing pants. And then in between the 2 rides, he wasn't wearing any pants.
She says they left wondering what could have happened had they been alone.
I just hope this never happens to anyone else.
We contacted Lyft directly, and they responded with this statement, quote, "The incident described is deeply concerning. Safety is Lyft's top priority, and there is no place for this behavior or harassment of any sort in the Lyft community. We have permanently deactivated the driver and also reached out to the passenger to extend our support." Now, the ladies tell us that they did reach out to them and offered them a $15 credit. Reporting live in Hollywood, Kimberly Chang, KTLA 5 News.
Oh, I forgot about it. I was like, who's playing a recorder? Yeah, so, I mean...
He's either wearing some Richard Simmons shorts or those like basketball shorts from like the 50s.
Yeah, the tearaways. Oh, yeah, no.
Short,
yeah,
short
with the
ones.
big socks
Yeah.
up to your knees.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, the girls are freaking out. I mean, I guess I would too, but I mean, I don't know. It's just, there's not a lot to say. Just be like, I guess make sure your driver has pants. Jesper says, dang it, I got to wear pants now?
Yeah. It doesn't say that anywhere in the terms.
Yeah, right.
It's the no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Right. Yeah, they did say at the end that that driver did get deactivated, so that's good. I mean, unless you're into that. So, all right. Let's talk about
the IPO.
Is that up next?
I don't know.
What did you add something in here, Ben?
I did, but I took it out.
Oh, that was very weird. Oh, we're gonna jump into tip time. You want to show that picture? Hopefully the mics are on for that picture.
Don't be a what picture?
The dumbass one.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Are the mics on that picture though?
You know, Gabe, I was thinking
no,
the
they're
exact
not.
same thing.
Actually, they are.
No, they're not. Just kidding.
They
Just
are.
kidding. Yes, they are.
Actually, they are. It's just on the top.
Tubbing?
We're good.
Go ahead. Yeah, Jesper.
Well, Gabe seemed to think that maybe he peed himself, and that's why he lost his pants.
Oh,
and
like from laughing?
No, the driver.
The driver.
Oh, but I mean, why would you? Whatever. That guy's weird.
And you seem to think that he went hot tubbing. I like that idea better.
Hot tubbing. Yeah, that would be nice. So on the live stream is a picture. It says, "Don't be a dumbass. If you're feeling even a little bit sick." Sorry, it's a picture on the back of a car in a rideshare driver's car. If you're feeling sick even a little bit, tell me and I'll hand you a bar. Okay, it went away.
Would you like me to read?
Yeah, would you? Because it took it away. Can we leave it on there till we're done talking about it?
It's on there right now.
It's not for me.
If you're feeling even a little bit sick, tell me and I'll hand you a bag and pull over. Don't keep quiet, throw up on yourself and my car, and get a 1-star rating and a cleaning fee.
No, what you should.
Thank you.
What you should have done is how it actually comes, because it's usually like this. So people are like, then a lot of the bros are like, you sound like this huge car. Jesper's son is here off to the side, so I want to try to keep it PG. But no, these are great. Nick, golly almighty. Ben will post the links in there for these barf bags. But
these medical grade.
Yeah, they're medical grade. All purpose, so you can use it for other than never clean vomit again. I never actually looked at these.
They're called Nemesis bags.
No, Emesis.
Emesis bags. Sorry,
Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Is that like asses?
I call them Nemesis bags.
I never even looked at it. Trap orders, leak resistant, not leak proof.
No.
It's got a measuring thing so you can show to your friends, hey guys, I got 36 ounces of puke in here.
They are not. They do not trap odors.
Oh, I'm sure
I
not.
can guarantee you that.
There you go.
I had somebody that used one over the weekend.
Oh yeah, we never got to you on your stories.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I was trying. Well, don't be.
Well, yeah,
scared.
we were
I was
having
fixing audio.
Yeah, we were having disaster time.
Well, I did have a passenger that was on a ride back to the university out in the sticks, and about halfway there, she's got her arms in the air. We've got the air conditioning blasting.
What do you mean
her.
she's got her arms in the air?
She's literally sitting with her arms above her head.
Is that like it when you were a kid and your parents said, if you're coughing, put your hands up in the air? Did you guys ever hear that?
No.
Not for coughing, but I think she was just trying to keep her balance and not like pass out from being so drunk. So Yeah. So she's like, guys, I'm not feeling very well. And then one of the guys in the back seat grabbed the puke bag and handed it to her. She unfolded it and filled it.
Oh, so gross.
And nobody said a word. They just kind of let her do her thing. And then it was quiet for about 10 minutes. And then they started talking as we approached the university. And then we're pulling in, and there's this massive pothole on the way to their housing complex. Don't worry, nothing came out of the bag, thank God. However, I hit the bump, and she had to puke again because it jumped on her stomach.
Thanks, Obama.
Round 2 into the barf bag. But none of it got.
She didn't
in my
spill a
car.
drop?
Not a drop.
Champion. She's a
amazing.
champion.
So I just looked at her and said, I hope you feel better.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
They were gone.
Good.
The other thing, too, is what I hear a lot of is people are just really impressed when you have those barf bags.
Yeah.
'Cause it seems like they like you to take it serious.
Well, yeah. They're like, oh, you have bar bags? I'm like, yeah, I'm not a rookie. This isn't my first rodeo. Like, although no one's ever used it.
Yep.
The St. Patty's Day, I had one close. I froze that car out. Like, that's another tip. That's kind of a tip, too. We kind of skipped the tip. The tip is get barf bags and a Van True camera. Ben will share that link, too. But what was I just talking about? Barf bags? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she I've never had anyone use it, but she came close. Like, she had it out. I reused it. Like, she didn't put her mouth in it. I'm like, I'm put it back in here. But I'm sure you care if someone's not put their mouth on it while you're puking. You're not thinking about that. So
No.
It's amazing that those people can get. I mean, where is that dang thing again? I mean, they're nice, but let's face it, that hole's pretty small.
It is not.
This guy says,
how big of a mouth do you have?
Do you want me to answer that? Some guy Vaughn, said during St. Patty's Day, I had a garbage bag named Sally McShay. Very popular and survived the day. I mean, I guess it covers your nose. But what if I had my huge beard? That might be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you get some beard or vomit in your beard.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've had that. It's gross. Like when I got the flu, it's nasty. Moving on. Oops, sorry, Jesper.
So we thought about making a video reel of some of our vomit stories. Would you guys want to see that? We have some footage here and there.
Yeah, we do. The best footage is your gif of that chick flipping out of
Did
the
you
car.
ever make that gif?
Yeah, I shared it.
No, I haven't seen it.
I've seen it.
We shared it on the podcast.
The lady. Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was thinking you were gonna make one of the girl from St. Patrick's Day.
The one that puked?
Puked out the window. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't got to that one yet.
Yeah, you got to zoom way in to see it.
Well, yeah.
So here's the thing, guys. We get super excited about the videos that night, and then we look at them like 2 days later. You're like, yeah, that's not that good. All right. So that's the tip. Go ahead, Peter.
The barf bags. Did you ever figure out, because we were talking before in the chat about Lyft and the cleaning fee.
Oh. I mean, I guess, no, I did not. I mean, some people say that they had no problem with it. They didn't need to submit one. And some people say that they did. So
if you do Lyft, you should definitely have barf bags.
I mean, it's not worth it if you don't get the $150.
Yeah.
I mean, you better have the biggest barf bag ever, because if you don't get your $150, that sucks.
Yep.
The only reason I'm cleaning this up because I'm getting paid. So
take a picture of the barf bag and send to Lyft.
Oh, we got another Theus Buffkin.
Oh, it's my buddy. One of my buddies.
I was like, I always like calling out new people just because it's nice to have new people. So
I got all my peeps tuning in tonight.
That's good. Office size trash can with a box of bags. Does he drive too?
Yeah, he does Uber.
Oh, does he?
Yep.
He doesn't do Lyft?
I don't think so. I think he just does Uber.
Team Uber.
He just does part-time though.
Yeah, so do you like money?
Oh, yeah.
Can I share my link in here? Wouldn't that be a bold move with your buddy right there? All right, let's jump into questions from our group. So this isn't really a question. It's kind of funny from Joseph Hard from our GR group. So I did What?
Just
the name?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
the comment.
Sorry. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what you're laughing at. Like, did I say something silly? Do I got a boogie? So I did a thorough clean out of my car today, detailed, and found a 1/4 bag of meth. First of all, how do you know it's an eighth? All right. That's why I want to talk to Joseph right now about that.
Did a clean out of my car and got the scale out.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure how much I could sell it for.
He didn't need a scale. He's a pro, man.
Yeah.
He can,
they probably got that meth from the Union Square apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, that is bizarre.
There was a meth lab there.
That's what I don't like about the news stories. You'll see a great news story, and then there's never any follow-up unless it's a major update.
A buddy of mine actually lived in the apartment. He goes, what happened was they were trying to cook meth in a Coke bottle.
What?
Yeah, they had the Coke bottle. The hazmat team brought it out.
So was this? So
I'm driving by on an Uber ride.
Yeah, how did you not tell that story? That's a great story. And you got gas masks on.
Yes.
The cops did. I would be freaking out.
It was really bizarre. So I'm driving by Union Square. I've got a car full of people. And there's these two guys in hazmat suits, and there's a police officer with a gas mask on, and they're leaning over this Coke bottle. And I immediately thought of like the Coke and Mentos.
Yeah, I would have.
Like that's what I thought was going on.
You're like, hey guys, relax. It's just Mentos.
I was like, is this some YouTube prank or what is going on? And then I see the news story from Jesper. I'm just like,
so do you think that they were just dinking around, or was it an actual? See, what's the follow up? Was there an actually meth lab, and I don't know.
They were trying to cook meth, so
apparently unsuccessful. But
yeah,
well, clearly dumb people.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people were commenting, flush it down the toilet, bring it to the cops. That's a no. I would never walk into a police station with meth. Like, come on. Chances are you'll probably be okay, but do you want to take that chance? I would have just thrown it away. Let it go to the landfill and whatever. Seagull can have fun.
Or at least flush it. Right?
No, because they made a good point. I mean, I know they clean the water, but let's not put it in the water system if we don't have to, I mean, I wouldn't have done that. I would have thrown it away. Personally, but all right. Matt Hogg, I'm not sure where he's from, but he asked, how the heck do you get gum out of your carpet? Well, there's a couple links. Most of them said, or Ben will post them, most of them said you freeze it out. Like you take some ice cubes in a Ziploc bag and freeze it out, then you can pry it off. And then there's another thing they talked about, like heating it up. I'm like, that sounds like a terrible idea. That is going to make it more pliable, but...
or just take one of those spray bottles of like canned air, turn it upside down, spray it.
What would that do?
It'd freeze it.
Oh, would it?
Yeah.
Why are you turning it upside down?
Because if you turn it upside down, that's when all the coolant comes out.
Is that because you're a huffer? Maybe. Don't look at the paint on my mustache.
Whoa!
I'm like, they don't run a check.
Sorry.
Producer Ben, everyone. So Matt wants to talk about the IPO too. So we're finally getting to it, Matt. He's probably not on, but that's okay. And I actually bought some, and I'll show it to you. Now, where's my phone? I use this app called Stash, and it's just kind of fun. A fun little app that you can just buy individual companies. Like I do like $5 at a time, but I will prove to you that I actually bought it if it would actually load.
I use Robinhood.
Okay, I know about that one too. My personal portfolio is $81. So
I think Pete's is a little bit higher. He doesn't want to say how much it is.
No, mine's nothing. It's like one
share. There it is right there. My current value, I bought it for $5, is $4.96. So the average price right now is $70.58. I just did it for fun. I mean, I also have Verizon, Monster, because Monster. I have Amazon, Costco, UPS, and Apple. Actually, my Apple's done the best at 12.98%. So Monster's not doing too good right now. I need to drink some more. It's at -8.5. So anyways, about the IPO, what do you guys think? I mean, Oh, you gonna look at my phone? You want to look at my portfolio?
No, I was just gonna see what you.
Yeah.
I gotta look at that stash.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun. Obviously, I have investments with an actual financial advisor. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just having fun. I'm like, I use UPS all the time. I drive for Lyft. You know, it's just fun.
Yeah.
So, everyone's freaking out about this IPO, and it's just like, whatever. I mean, would I invest in it? My financial advisor would look at me and say, are you high? Like how volatile it's going to be. People say it's probably going to level out at like $42, I heard. So what do you guys think about it? I mean, does it change your thoughts on Lyft? Are you going to invest in it?
I don't know if I would invest on that. My guy takes care of that for me.
I kind of wish. Go ahead, Peter.
I think that they already lost money in the second day.
Well, of course, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're mocking them," but I'm like, "Of course, it's going to fluctuate. That's what the stock market. It didn't. It's not like it went from 72 down to $6. Then I'd be like, "What in the hell?" Like, people should be freaking out. But my buddy brought up a good point. How can this company? He says, "How can Lyft not be profitable? How can these companies? I mean, I get Uber because it seems like
so easy.
The R&D." You know, they're spending so much, but I don't see Lyft spending any money other than like giving discounts on rides and stuff like that.
It's because on paper they make no money.
Right. Well, same with us.
Well, yeah, but they make money hand over fist. It's just because they have some very smart lawyers that are depreciating things left and right and writing things off, and it's pretty easy to make a company look like they don't make any money.
So you think that's all BS that they say they lost $9 million?
Yes, they're just following the rules everybody else is doing. And
yeah, I don't want to get too deep in this. I mean, everyone wanted me to talk about the IPO, but I don't know shit about that stuff. Yeah. So I mean, I just think it's kind of cool that I can buy Lyft stock for $5 at a time.
No, and it is cool. And I think, on this level for us, you asked the question, are we going to buy it? I don't know. I'm not going to buy $1,000 worth of it.
Well, I mean, it's not, let's face it, I don't think it's a good investment. It's a volatile tech company. Yeah. I mean, your financial guy would be like, I mean, we can buy some. Well, I don't buy individual stocks anyways. Through the mutual funds, that's what you should do. It's all a bunch of companies together. Right. You shouldn't be buying individual stocks, and that's why I just kind of do it for fun. So,
get an investor. Get somebody to do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Larry says, like any stock, you have to look at the long term. Well, there is no long term with Lyft, unfortunately, as far as like their stock because it just came out. But
right.
I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I'm glad that Lyft beat Uber to the punch because. #Uber. Yes. Only 4 people got that joke.
I got it.
Hey, we should share now that there's only 14 people watching. Do you want to throw our Telegram chat in here? We always forget to put that on the list because I really want to build that up. It's because it's fun to talk to people in different markets and stuff like that. So
why don't you tell a little bit about what the Telegram chat is?
So Telegram is an app we use for rideshare driving to communicate. It's like WhatsApp. I guess it's kind of like Facebook Messenger. But it leaves voice messages, which is safer. Okay, yeah, you're still pressing a button, but you can press it and lock it in and leave your message. You can ramble on like Justin does for freaking 3 minutes, telling me some story about his Honda Pilot and driving to Zealand or something.
Well, to be fair, it's only like 2.5 minutes because he leaves it running.
That's true.
For the last 30 seconds.
I do that too sometimes because when you lock it in, he leaves so many long messages, you lock it in, you forget you locked it in.
Yeah.
So it's a great messaging app. And, yesterday we did a blog article about it, and it gets lonely out there. Like, if you don't know anybody, okay, the Telegram wouldn't help you if you don't know anybody. But if you have a friend that's rideshare driving, or even with communicating, even with your wife, and everyone says, it's another messaging app, why do I need it? But we love it. It's so fun to check in with people, and it makes the night go better. And in fact, when these guys aren't out driving or no one's talking, I'm like, this sucks. I'm going home. It's just because I look forward to like chewing the fat that they call it, with my friends while I'm driving around, making money, meeting people and stuff like that. So Check it out. It's Telegram. Jesper is going to share the link. I think he already did.
Ben did.
Or Ben did. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, join it. And we have people from Kentucky, North Carolina, Tennessee, a few from Grand Rapids, mostly from Grand Rapids, but there's about 20 people in there. So,
yep.
And almost last but not least, Chad wanted me to talk about a few dash cams, and Ben can share that one more time. Get a Vantrue Uber Pro, it's called, or something like that. It's got the infrared.
Pro 2. Maybe?
Pro 2, yeah.
Did anybody see Vantrue's camera that came out on April 1?
Oh, was it no? Was it ridiculous?
It was April Fool's, but it was an invisible camera.
Oh, jeez.
They tried so hard in China to make an English article about it. It was funny. It was cute.
I honestly,
hard to understand.
I hate April Fools on the internet. There's some good ones. I'm like, I can't believe I'm not clicking on no story. I'm just, this looks interesting. Moving on. So he wanted me to, I looked at a couple of them. He was talking about the Owl Cam, Raven, and Wayland's 360. The Owl Cam has no infrared, so it's out for rideshare drivers. Cool camera. It's really cool.
Yeah.
The Raven's really cool. I would recommend that. It does have infrared, as 1080 on the outside, 720, which I think that's what the Vantrue has too. But it gives you a lot more stats about your car. It's kind of like what is that little computer thing they plug in, the mechanic? Yeah. So if it throws an error, it'll tell you. So I would check that one out. It's like $400 though, so it's not the $200. What does he say? What does Omar say?
This could be better if you have more than one guy talking from Detroit. Well, bring your friends, Omar.
I think he's talking about me.
He's from Detroit. He wants everybody to talk at the same time, and we try to take turns.
I think he's talking about me talking too much. Hey, I told Peter to jump in. I thought like he would come in like guns blazing, but so the Raven's good, and the Wayland 360 sucks, and it looks like some weird like space thing. I don't know. The review was 20 minutes on that Wayland, so I suffered through all 20 minutes. But I would check out the Raven, and of course, for $200 you can get the Vantrue.
And so, why is it we should have a dash cam?
Well, so you can catch pukers.
There you go.
Yeah. The dash cam is the number. Did we put together a blog item about that? Didn't we put like the 5 things that you should have? Puke bags and a dash cam. That's really, well, yeah, I would say that's it.
Right, cleaning kit.
A cleaning kit. But I mean, The cleaning kit is, I mean, I haven't used mine yet. So
I've used mine.
Yeah, I hope not to use it. But the dash cam is super important. I'm going to briefly talk about it. I was given a Blackview camera. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It won't connect to the Wi-Fi. I like the Vantrue because it's simple, right? It has an SD card. You want to lock a video in, you tap a button twice. That's it. You move on with your life. The Blackview, I'm still struggling with, like, even trying to position the camera. The infrared's not very good as far as that. So I can't recommend the Blackview, and maybe I'm an idiot and I can't figure it out, and I wanted to give it to one of these guys that are smarter than me, and maybe they can figure it out. But I would go to the Vantrue. I'm such an idiot, you guys. I sold my Vantrue to Gabe.
Right.
So now I sold him that, so now I got to go buy another one for friggin' $200 or whatever. So
So Omar's asking if you think it's worth to buy in the lift stocks, and I just don't know. I think the general consensus is it's not worth right now to buy the lift stock on a large level.
If you want to buy it for fun, like I'm doing, go for it. I mean, I wouldn't drop it, like Jesper said, I wouldn't drop $1,000 in it. So, what is the Fighting Bumblebee? Do you want to talk about that?
I don't know what that's about.
Not safe for work.
So him and I used to play basketball all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm allergic to bees.
Are you?
And we were playing ball, and this bumblebee like flies right in my face. And I tried to back up, but instead I just kind of jumped up in the air and then landed on my back.
Oh, no.
Just
Oh no!
It was hilarious.
Do you carry an EpiPen?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm
not like that allergic.
Okay, just to let you know, I got 6 hives in the backyard right now. Honeybees.
Wow. No. It's not like deathly allergic.
Okay.
I just get swole up.
Yeah.
Probably like most people, just a little more.
Right.
Larry is sharing that, Jason, you tend to get rid of things a little bit too early.
Oh. Okay, so he brought it up. Yeah, I'm not even going to go down that road. Yeah. I get excited. I'm like, ooh, I can get rid of this so we can make some money. And then I'm like, maybe I should have waited. Yeah, and the funny part about that is Larry's not even using that mixer.
Well, he might eventually.
No, he bought he bought a Zoom instead. I know that's kind of geek talk, but yeah, he's not even using it, so that's even worse. So Vaughn says Lyft will skyrocket when they go autonomous. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Well, and that might be so, but we're still at least 5 years away from autonomous.
I think it's longer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And on a regular basis, because if it's 5 years away, then Lyft's going to have to be buying the cars, because we're not going to buy autonomous cars.
No.
I mean, so.
And hang on to it for that long if you want to. Definitely, Vaughn.
Yep. Couple more. Vaughn brought up a question. He says, does it mean anything that Allstate is insurance of record instead of James River? I mean, it means it covers all your periods now, period 1, 2, and 3, where Uber or Lyft would cover 2 and 3, and then the rideshare endorsement would cover 1. I would still recommend the rideshare endorsement. It's extra coverage. The Lyft insurance isn't the greatest. Lyft deductible is $2,500. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how Allstate. I mean, Allstate is probably who are we talking to that said Allstate was terrible?
Steve said.
Oh, that was Steve. Yeah,
Steve saying that from the body shop's perspective, it's worse to deal with Allstate than having to deal with James River.
Yeah, and let's face it. I mean, Uber and Lyft are going to them probably because they got a discount somewhere. I mean, they're probably the cheapest and et cetera. So. Yeah, I think it's a good thing that they covered that first period now instead of having the rider. But I mean, you should still get the rider. I mean, for the amount of money that it costs, it's not a ton, and it gives you extra coverage. I mean,
well, and again, let's make. I mean, what the rider also does, it also does you're not committing fraud.
That's the best point, and we'll get what Peter said. Go ahead.
I was just saying. So for anybody that doesn't know, the first period is when you're driving to your pickup.
No, that's period 2.
That's period 2.
Period 1 is you're just driving around with the app on.
You're waiting for a ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but what Jesper brings up is, if you don't have the rideshare endorsement, you are committing fraud. And I will be the first to tell you that before they offered that in Michigan, I drove it without it, and I didn't tell my insurance company. Right. But as soon as farmers offered it.
And why are you committing fraud? Because with a personal insurance, you are agreeing to not do, is it called livery, whatever?
Yeah, not for hire or whatever.
Exactly. You cannot commercially make money with your vehicle on a personal insurance. If you're doing that, you're committing fraud.
Yeah, it's definitely worth getting. Do you have it?
I go through Progressive. Yeah.
So you have the rider?
Yeah.
I have the
Progressive rider is very affordable.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends on the driver. I mean, if you're 25...
Mine is
probably going to be pricey.
Or if you have 2 insurance claims in the same day, well.
Who's that, you?
Yeah, me.
When did you have 2 in the same day?
Wasn't one of them a rental?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that wasn't your fault, so.
But my insurance still went up because it's a no-fault state.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Didn't somebody put something that our fees are going up to $220 a year or whatever? So I expect another increase, and mine just went up too, not from accidents, but. Excuse me. Oh boy, funny comment. Yes, was laughing.
No, it's good.
What are you laughing at?
Angie seems to think that. That you should carry an EpiPen.
She doesn't even know you. She's like, that would be way too responsible. That's funny. I like her already. Last up, Nathan, I think.
That's my Verizon lady.
Yeah, I saw that. She'd get me discounts?
Maybe could.
I could use a good Verizon lady.
Really? Yeah.
My Sprint's up in like 3 months, and I can't wait to get off.
Dude.
Sprint sucks.
Yeah, Angie will find a way to help. Like, that's what she does.
Angie, call me.
Is she a business or?
She works for a Verizon affiliate over by the Bunt Cake place in Cascade.
Oh.
I could eat a bunt cake right now.
One of those connection places?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, she's great. She takes care of my family, and she takes care of our business.
Does she want to sponsor the podcast?
I think she might. She just got some free sponsorship right now, but
there you go.
Oh, we're
place an ad with us.
No one rides for free. No.
Seriously, rideshare drivers need to talk to Angie.
That's actually not a bad idea. As we're kind of spitballing here.
Let's talk, Angie.
Yeah, let's talk.
That could be a topic, like getting a commercial account or a personal account.
Well, and let's face it, and this is obviously a rideshare podcast, but it kind of slides into gig economy. A lot of us do the Amazon Flex, and you get sent out to the boonies. And Verizon has never failed for me, but I hear these horror stories, people on Sprint or AT&T, and they're just losing signals. And I'm like, that would freak me out if I didn't. We're pretty spoiled, right? With Verizon, it's like, where do you drive where you never get it drops off? Like once in a blue moon, it'll drop off. But
and Angie brings up, and this is one last point I'll talk about this. Angie says she primarily uses business accounts, but also do some consumer. Remember, guys, if you're not already, you can deduct part of your Verizon bill or your phone bill as a business expense when you're doing it as a gig economy.
Yeah, I get to do that for the first time this year, so I've always been under a company account. Last up, Nathan said he wanted to know about Maestro, and then there was one I tried. I want to always say Halfify, but it's Hailify. It's just a rideshare app that turns Lyft and Uber on for you and blah, blah, blah.
Do they not have those for iOS?
They don't. iOS, and we'll get to the Android iOS fight, but Apple locks their stuff down so much. I mean, you have to give those apps, you have to give so many permissions. It's like you have to give the blood of your firstborn, and it's pretty crazy, which is fine. I mean, I tried it on my tablet, and maybe my tablet's slow, which it probably is, but I found it really clunky. I didn't like it, so I would like to hear if anyone else had just loves it, but I don't know. So
I'm so used to doing it myself now. I don't know if I could use an app after.
I'll be honest with you. I really, really love having Lyft on my tablet and then Uber on the other one. It just, I don't know. It just seems cleaner. I mean, I can do both. It's no problem.
Yeah.
Because obviously on my phone, sometimes I have Uber, Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates. Yeah, usually 4 running at the same time. So
it's easier for you to cancel the Uber ride when you get a Lyft, right?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, I will say I'm more pro Lyft, so I will, chances are, go with Lyft before my Uber ride. So Angela brought up, if nothing else, you guys should all have a Hum. Those are pretty sweet. Nick from our little Gilio here group has one. He likes it. It's kind of like OnStar, but it's the Lyft's version of it. So
yeah, I picked up a Sprint GM once, and he tried to get me to get theirs, like Sprint.
Sprint's got one too.
Yeah.
I'm sure they all have one now. After
I should probably get a Hum.
Yeah, I mean it's like $10 more a month or something like that. And what it's cool about it is
I just got a Hum.
I thought something broke. I was like,
I thought you were leaking. I thought you had a gas problem.
No.
Where were we at?
Meditating.
I was gonna say, what is the slogan? Yum. Oh, Red Robin. Yum. Oh, we're losing it here.
It's time to say goodbye.
So, yeah, that's about it. Pete, what? Let's get off the rideshare topic just real quick. You have a podcast, or it's active or not?
It's not active currently.
Okay,
it's a video game thing that the guy who called me Pookie.
Pookie,
yeah.
You guys play?
Yeah, we played a lot of different games, PC games.
Okay,
what's your favorite game? No, you're not going to tell me. All of them.
Yeah, we play so much different. We play a lot of different games. So
I play one game only.
What do you play?
Fallout.
You don't play Fortnite?
Fallout 76.
What?
You don't play Fortnite?
He hasn't heard of it.
I don't play Fortnite. What are you talking about? I've heard about Fallout 76.
Oh, what a nerd.
He can watch me and he'll run away the first chance he has.
All right.
I tried to play Fortnite, and then I realized I can't shoot people and build houses at the same time. So
yeah, I know.
Anyone,
Barely do that.
Anyone got anything else?
No.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, so much.
Thanks, guys, so much.
Yeah, please subscribe if you watch this live.
Please subscribe if you watch us live.
What is going on?
What are you doing over there?
Leave Audacity on after we kill the live streams, okay, Ben? I was going to text it to you, but I might as well tell you. Yeah, if you could, if you watch it on here, that's cool. But what really helps us is the numbers on Podbean. So if you can go, well, you don't have to go to Podbean. Go to Apple or whatever app you use and subscribe to it. Even if you don't listen to it, we'll just take the download. I don't care. Yep. I mean, we want you to listen to it. So if you don't watch it on here, listen to it on the MP3.
So there's also on the website now, there's links to all 5 of them. Spotify.
Yeah, we got Spotify,
Android,
Google, Stitcher, Google, Apple.
And Podbean.
Meow.
Google is finally coming out with an app, you're going to be able to do it online or something. They're doing something great with Apple or their category. I don't know. Not Apple, but Google. Yeah. Something's coming cool. Some nerding out with Google. Sorry, I'm rambling. All right, guys.
Video games.
Huh?
Google is doing streaming video games.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
Peace.
And